And we are live, and for some reason the cameras decided that they weren't going to be nice today.
Ooh.
Everyone gets a quarter
Rude.
cam today.
Rude.
I'm not even the right person. I object.
Rude AF.
Ah. That was a nice.
Okay, so apparently you're playing a dwarf tonight.
I'm cool with that.
All
It's
right,
cool.
give me a second. I gotta change the cameras on this page too.
I still have a beard, right? I still got my beard. Cool. Cool.
Yep, it decided that it wanted to change the cameras when we went AFK.
Oh.
Or when we fired up. I don't know why, but it did.
Welcome to streaming, where 50% of your job is fixing your overlays.
Mm-hmm. Don't have any skills in technical work? Don't worry, you will.
Yeah. I don't know how to do anything computer related. Start streaming, it'll all come to you in the next year.
Yep. It's like streaming is very learn by doing. And I think it was Imp that said if you're streaming and something doesn't go wrong at least once on a weekly basis, you're not doing it right.
Yep. Or if you start a stream with yourself muted.
Oh, I do that.
Yep.
Like my newest bungle is like my stream deck for some reason keeps switching back to the primary profile. So I try to press the button to switch screens, and I hit a button for one of my screen overlays for my stream, and it like botches up OBS big time. So like I now have to like stare at my stream deck for a moment, double check it's the one that I need, and then press the button. And I have no idea why it keeps resetting. I think I may need to update it again.
Oh, geez.
Or you start the stream and you're all quiet. Yeah, that too. Rosa, thank you for the host.
Yep.
But how you guys been? Saw Fox and Zorro yesterday. Zorro was trying to hit on a god.
Yeah, it was.
Almost successfully, too.
Hey, my friend watches them the day after because she can't watch them live, and she was telling me, she's like, dude, I don't blame you, look at him. And I was like, I know.
It's just like,
I don't blame you at all.
It's like, oh, Ash has a half orc, barbarian boyfriend. In comes Forest Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, nurse. Yeah. I am really excited though, because I got a package today from that same friend, and she wanted to make a housewarming present for me and my husband. So I just got them today. They're health potions that she made, and it's got the little D4s on it, and it's just so darn cute. And she made both a regular potion all the way to a superior potion. So I have different ones. They're so cute. So yeah, that was the highlight of my day since yesterday. I
noticed that they use those on Critical Role for the potions.
That's where she got the idea from. She's like, that's so cool, I have to use it. Except I don't think he had resin in it. I think he just did. I'll have to double check. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's where she got the idea from, and I was just like, oh my god, it's genius. I love it. I don't care.
Because you can never find enough dice for a heal when you need one.
Exactly.
Now, see, if we played in person on the Tuesday game, Zora would need like 15 of those.
One for everyone she's carrying.
No. 17.
Oh, I'm sorry, 17.
At that point, you'd need like the micro D4s.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking of using a health potion yesterday as Rose, and I'm like, oh, it's not on my person. So, okay.
You know, if you gave those to Zale, I bet she could like concentrate them down into stronger potions. You wouldn't have to carry as many.
Zale totally could.
Oh my god, we are talking in the near future.
I don't even understand why you guys buy health potions when it's just like, give Zale some time, she can whip stuff up for you.
Yep.
Because I don't think she's brewed us anything until we went to go fight the dragon. That was, I think, the only time she brewed us anything.
Yeah, she made the cold resist potions. She made the water breathing potions. She's made health potions a number of times. She has a few others on her list that she wants to try making, but drama keeps happening. And, instead of spending 4 days making health potions, I spend 4 days reading a book that my boyfriend, who is 10 years younger than me, wrote 250 years ago.
Or so you think. I don't know.
I don't know either.
All I'm gonna say is I can't wait for that twist to come to fruition.
There was a lot of can of worms you opened up for us yesterday, and it made it almost each one of us had something. We're like, oh shit.
Usually I have some sort of inkling of, okay, I bet this is happening like this, or I can see why this is going on. But that book, I got nothing. I have no idea what's going on there.
I have theories, but that's me as the player. Obviously, Ash doesn't know, but I have theories. It could all be wrong, but I don't care. That's the joy of theories.
Raven, how you been? I saw that you the pictures that you shared with us
yes,
pre-show with the wonderful little computer that you built.
Yes. Outside of that, rearranging my casting room because I went, well, now that I've got the new computer and it's got a nice tempered glass sidearm, I don't want to put it in the big metal rack so I can't see it. So I had to reorganize everything. Word to the wise. If you have 6 monitors attached to monitor arms attached to your desk and you try to turn it, it gets really heavy.
And they clank together.
No, they do not.
Oh, you got the ones that don't clink.
Nope. Everything is bolted securely.
Okay.
Nothing moves. It was just picking up this massive desk and turning it. But outside of that, that's literally what I've been doing for the past week. That, building the computer, and supervising being the person going, you can't do that, for the landscaping people that are working in our backyard.
Just going back there and telling them not to do the thing?
More precisely, hey, I would be careful. That's the line for my internet. Please don't dig through that.
Ooh.
Please do not pull a Time Warner.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, there might be a water line underneath there. Just be careful. Things like that.
Whatever you do, please do not tap the septic tank.
You don't have those here.
Oh. Well then.
That's something that's not my problem.
I thought every house had a septic tank.
No.
Interesting.
No.
The more you know.
Can't. When it drops to minus 40 C in winter, you can't have.
This is true.
Now, what's that in America?
Minus. Oh God.
I should know better. I don't keep.
What's that in freedom degrees?
Yeah.
1 moment.
Freedom degree.
It's minus 40 in freedom degrees.
Yeah, it's.
Why do I feel terrible
minus 40.
that say freedom degrees? I'm sorry. What was it? Minus 40?
Yeah, it's minus 40.
Jeebus.
That is the official meeting point of Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Is cold as fuck.
Yes.
Damn.
I mean, the worst I have personally experienced is minus 56 with wind chill.
Jeez.
No thanks. I'll stay in California where we think 50 is cold.
Yeah, no, you hit that point and even the block heater on your car will not save you.
Yeah, but I mean, once the frostbite sets in, then it doesn't matter because it all feels the same anyway.
Yeah, which is all of about exposed skin for 10 seconds.
Nope.
No,
And
no,
no,
thanks.
no, the city does not shut down at that point. We are just given weather warnings. That's it.
Well, yeah, because you guys live north of the wall, so that's normal.
Yep.
Like I
There's
agree.
no wall yet.
No,
They're like, there's a nip in the air. We're scoffed today.
I agree with Imp. You guys are the free folk or the wildlings or whatever you want to call them. You're like north of the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a
I
Game
mean,
of
we can't really
Thrones
disagree.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I
God.
wasn't making a border wall joke.
No, because that was terrible. I figured you weren't, but I was like, what wall are they talking about? Oh,
Yes.
the ice wall
Yeah.
thing, whatever it's called. Ice wall? Ice wall.
It's what separates the freedom degrees from the Celsius. Is what it is.
Make us rebel against the rest of the world, basically.
Pretty much.
Our darn inches instead of centimeters.
Freedom unit.
I mean, you guys keep calling those freedom units, but the
Okay.
F actually stands for French because it was introduced to the U.S. by the French.
That
I
explains
have
so
to
much.
say, that
Freedom fries.
naming everything freedom has gotten beyond a meme now, because like I hope it's not true, but apparently BBC reported that the I think it's the EPA over here, or whoever manages the gas lines and everything, has renamed fossil fuels to freedom fuel. Or
But
freedom
it's
gas.
fossil fuels.
Not anymore, it's freedom.
It's not even, fossil's not even a country. It's a thing. It's a material. Okay, we've gone a little over the edge here. That's
It sounds like something the U.S. government would do. Let's be honest.
And you know what? That's the sad thing, is I couldn't tell if this was a meme, if this was like, satire, or if this was real.
I remember reading that, and my first thought was, if it was any other country, I would actually go check the validity of this. I'm sitting here going, I'm not. They're probably serious.
We have Mountain Dew liquid freedom right now. It is a combination of like 50 different Mountain Dew flavors that they have put into a can, and they are selling because of 4th of July. I am not kidding you. It tastes horrible.
Does it explode?
No, I got excited. I got excited because I thought my brother had picked up cans of Baja Blast.
ooh, that's good.
No, it's liquid freedom.
You know what's real liquid freedom though? When they have their 4th of July version of the Smirnoff. That's actually pretty good. Smirnoff Ice.
Somebody went to Chuck E. Cheese and saw a kid combining all the drinks at the soda fountain.
Oh, what's that called? Suicide?
The Suicide. And then I got this wonderful idea just to put that in a Mountain Dew can.
No.
It's just the dregs of all the other flavors, like left out cans that people have nearly finished. They just pour it all into one and call it a new drink.
I wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure I played that drinking game back in my 20s.
I mean, if you go to a bar and you ask for a barman special, that's pretty much what it is. It's just they dip the shot glass in the trough under the bar. Never do that.
Yeah.
No, because it's anywhere from like 20% to you shouldn't be drinking this.
Yep. If you want to get super drunk off of one shot and maybe die, there's your thing. And it's like,
you know what else you shouldn't drink?
Beer.
Red Lyrium.
Oh yes, that's right. We're playing a game today. We kind of went off on a tangent about freedom degrees and
I mean,
Wait,
Mountain Dew. Not really.
wait, can we get liquefied red lyrium?
you take the red lyrium dust, you pour it in a cup of water, you mix it up. It's like Kool-Aid.
I feel like you put that in a monster can.
Yeah.
So over here, drinking red lyrium like it's G Fuel.
Well, in a different way.
Can we get that flavor of G Fuel? Red lyrium?
If I'm ever for some reason sponsored by G Fuel and I get my own flavor, I'll ask them for red lyrium. It'll probably be like a red licorice flavor or something.
Doesn't make it dragon fruit.
I think they already have a dragon fruit one.
Make it better. I don't know.
Anyway, before we go off on a tangent again, Who wants to give a rundown of what wonderful adventures you guys ran into last week?
I'm pretty sure I did it last time, so I'm gonna volunteer Raven.
Before we get into that,
Raven hasn't been in a while.
you guys can see that Imp is AFK. He's got like a ton of work stuff and everything that like is taking over his Wednesdays. So unfortunately, Imp is going to be bowing out of the Wednesday night show. But we already have a new cast member getting spun up, and they will be joining us next week. We'll have a new overlay and everything. And it is Shadow Fox, who is Zoro's husband. He will be joining us, and we're trading one Kunari in for another, but instead of having a Kunari warrior, we're getting a Kunari rogue. So
What was that fun little thing you said on when he wants to lick?
Yeah, Kunari lockpicking. You just burst through the door.
I picked the door.
Kool-Aid man it. Just Kool-Aid man it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I'll make it even sweeter. Whoever does the what do you call it? Thing. The recap. You can have +1 for your first 3 rolls of the night.
I'll do it.
I was literally just about to volunteer myself as well, because I feel like, judging by the discussion in Discord, I may be knocked unconscious and gagged today. So,
Which is why I need the +1 for my first 3 rolls.
I promised a burlap sack.
I know where your mask
you
is.
guys,
All
do
good.
you see how these people treat me? Come on, I need some sympathy here. I'm just a poor little mage making our way through the world.
Well, this poor little mage is getting herself into trouble. Let me tell you why. So we're just traveling along, doing our thing like we normally do, protecting the caravan and whatnot. We just defeated some recently, I don't want to say the word turned, but recently plagued with the blight people. And we're like, ooh, that's gross. So let's keep going, fearing that the blight may have traveled a little further. And we come across something peeking its head over the hillside. Volantha goes to investigate it and found a adorable little nug with a strange marking on its face, guarding a necklace, which has some writing on the back, but no one so far can seem to decipher it. So she just kind of bagged it, tagged it, and brought it back with her. In the meantime, we had Hestia just going around looking for some things and found a teeny tiny shard from the explosion from the day prior stuck in the side of the wood, and she pockets it because she didn't learn her lesson. And so she goes up to Magnus and casts a spell, a healing spell, mind you, a healing spell, since it was just after our battle with the blight sickness. And she got an adrenaline rush, and she oh so liked it, tickled her fancy. So she did like 2 more spells and pretty much got a high from it. Tripping out and also disturbed, Magnus runs off, informs Volantha, and we decided that we're going to have to keep a pretty good eye on her, although we don't really know why she's on this high, other than her aura is kind of more of a pinkish red when she casts spells. So we're like, that's red flag. But as we turn around, we realize she's gone. She wandered off to a cave not too far off from the caravan. They instructed the caravan to go a little bit ahead of them while they go retrieve her. Once they go inside, they find some undead, which, backing up a little bit, Esthea saw some creature dragging a bloody, I don't remember if it's a bloody sack or a bloody body, into this cave. And so thankfully everyone kind of caught up with each other quickly and defeated some more like ghouls and people with some blight sickness in this cave, some undead, and was able to kill them all. And as they go a little bit further in this cave to figure out what is going on in here, they come across more undead, more people with the blight sickness, as well as a Herlock, which is a dark spawn, which is huge no-no. And they discovered that there's regular lyrium in there being corrupted and turning into red lyrium, which Esthea is just having a field day with. So thankfully we were able to defeat everything. However, we ended the episode with us kind of taking care of Magnus a little bit, and Esthea kind of refusing to leave the area and wanting to power heal Magnus by touching the large red lyrium on the side of the cavern. And as Valantha reached out to stop her, that is where we left off.
Yep, that is indeed where we left off with Esthea. You're casting heal, right?
Yep. What happened when she was going forward was kind of simultaneously with her two hands, she reached one out towards Magnus and the other to her right to grab the lyrium and touch Magnus at the same time to cast the heal spell.
Okay.
And she was doing that because she had no mana yet left. So she was going to try and just suck up the power from the lyrium and use that instead.
You have regular lyrium right there.
Yeah, but this lyrium is red.
I like Code Red over Baja Blast, said no
God.
one ever.
God. Well, I actually, anyway, no.
So yeah, go ahead and give me that heal roll.
I can do that.
My camera's about to jump a little bit, guys. I apologize. I need to arc it up so my head's not being cut off.
And 6 stunt points.
Oh, holy crap. 6 stunt points. Okay. Don't choose anything, by the way.
Okay.
There is a reason for that. So let me modify
Your
my...
chief being blocked. Ha!
Let me modify my camera. There we go. That works. Camera reset, apparently. So go ahead and give Magnus maximum heal.
Maximum heal. Okay, that would be 18 points. You heal 18 points.
You are muted.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on that.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for you to put that on there. Esthea, your mana is fully recharged.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
As you just feel like another just rush of adrenaline course through your body as you pull the energy from this lyrium.
Did I notice her aura was the color that Magnus mentioned earlier?
Oh yeah, but now you could see it kind of like emanating off of her in wisps as she has like absorbed more of the red lyrium. The shard itself, you can see as she's pulling the energy off of it into her body, slowly but surely just goes dark and then falls to the ground crumbled.
Okay, so I go and I call Saran over and have him pounce behind Esthea, knocking her to the ground. Trying to knock her to the
all
ground.
right, I need an attack if you're gonna do that. From Saran.
That's not D20. We need D6s. That's not the right game. Okay. Give me a second.
Esthea, what is your normal armor?
My normal armor or defense?
Defense.
My defense is, I don't have anything on. Just 10.
10?
The lowest it can possibly be.
So go ahead and knock that up to 13 for the moment. But that will hit.
So while is she pinned now?
I would
tripped
say,
at least.
I would say for the sake of role playing, yeah, we'll say she's pinned.
Okay.
Like, Saran is standing on top of her.
I'm going to kneel down next to her, be like, "Are you taking more fucking lyrium behind our back?"
I'm pretty sure I did that right in front of you.
I'm sure you did. And I'm going to pull the bag off of her. Saran, if she moves, put your teeth nice and close to her. And I'm going to take out her bag and investigate her bag.
Okay, Estia, are you resisting at all?
No, I'm not. I'm just laying on the ground with a big smirk on my face.
Okay. So you pull Estia's bag off her and you begin to dig through it. I take it you're looking for red lyrium.
Yes, I am.
Estia, is there any red lyrium in your bag?
There is not.
Do I find the mask in there?
The head thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's still back in with the caravan, because I don't think that fit in my bag. I think it was too big.
I remember he gave it to you, but I can't remember what you did with it.
It's about the
it was
size of a
given to
helmet.
me, and I was going to go do something with it, but that's when we had to go fight that thing out in front of the caravan.
Okay. I'm gonna check her person.
In order for you to do that, you're gonna have to have your dog get off of her.
I'm gonna have him back up, but I'm gonna have him kind of have her. I'm gonna have him in front when he's just gonna be kind of growling at her, real close to her face.
All right. And Estia, you see Durinius near the back of this cave area, kind of looking at you confused, not really knowing what he should do.
I'm just gonna give him a little bit of a nod, kind of as a signal for him to just sit and wait until I give a signal if things go south.
And he just assumes that prim and proper stance once again, just sitting there watching this happening to you. All right, so Zoro, in order to search her person, I am going to need my books open.
I know you get that, blood mage. Every time, man.
Every time Ogren is just like losing his shit.
Never the Tuesday game. Never. And he sits next to me the entire time. I don't know what it is.
Well, to be fair, the Tuesday game doesn't have a blood mage in it.
That's very true.
I am going to need a searching roll from you.
I get a +1 on top of this.
So 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 is not going to be able to find anything on her person.
I'm going to grab her by her hands, and I'm going to try and drag her away from the actually no, before I do that, I would like to pull her hands behind her back and tie them.
Now I will resist.
Okay, I kind of figured. How are you going to resist?
I'm sitting on you, by the way. I'm plopping on your back doing this.
I am going to begin to form an arcane lance in each of my hands.
Okay.
Can Saran have a reaction?
I'm not going to throw it. I'm just forming it.
Okay, so your hands are behind your back with the lances forming. Is what I'm getting.
That depends on whether or not I can form them before or after she attempts to grab my hands to pull them behind my back.
Yeah, there's going to need to be a contest for that one. We are going to need a strength contest for that.
That sweet modifier of 0 that I have.
And I have a stunt.
You do have a stunt, and you would beat her. Okay, so what's your stunt?
I didn't pull up the RP stunts. Oh, let's see here.
You stunt? I count 6 of them.
Yeah, you got 6.
Yeah. Why, you are correct. I'm going to use Tower of Will. Will I get a +1 bonus to any opposed tests?
Okay.
And so I have 2 left. Let's see here.
Okay, so no, Tower of Will is only you get a +1 opposed test if an opponent tries to put you in an emotional disadvantage, such as intimidating you, oppressing you, or bargaining with you.
I'm okay with that.
What you're trying to do is more like quasi combat. But since like there's nothing really stunt wise on there, you guys like I'm gonna let you guys like make up your own stunts for this like these situations. I'll just give like a thumbs up or thumbs down for them.
Okay. In this case, then I'm just going to find a way to kind of cleverly tie her hands as quick and tight as possible while angling either my face or her palms in a direction where if a magic spell went off, it wouldn't hit me.
Okay, because stunts give you are more situational. They're not like a definitive thing. This is like you're able to overpower her quickly enough to get her pinned onto the ground before she can take an action, or you have bonuses against her. It's not like a full action to where you're what you're trying to achieve. It's something that's going on top of it.
Okay, so I'll either grab her quick enough, like kind of what we were doing the opposing, where I beat her, or maybe just to kind of mimic this, just do a +1 strength roll.
Okay.
I guess for the next opposing roll.
From the next opposed roll, you get a +1 bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. So you quickly like grab her and like roll her over, and you start getting her hands behind her back. Like she's like you could feel she's trying to put up a fight, but compared to you, it's not doing much. But you do begin to see when she like once you get her on her stomach and you begin to pull her hands behind her back, you could see a very familiar light forming in both hands.
And I roll her over, so she's laying on her back.
Okay, so are you letting
up my hands at this point?
Are you letting go of her hands before you do that?
Oh no, I thought I tied them already.
Oh no, you got her on her stomach. You're beginning to like put her hands behind her back.
Got it. Okay, yes, now I'm tying them. I skipped a step. Sorry.
All right, so Astia, are you doing anything as a reaction to this?
I'm trying my best to hold my concentration on the 2 lances in my hands, so that I don't lose control of them, and I will stop resisting the tying of my hands at this point in order to hold those lances and keep them from dissipating.
So Valanta, you feel her just give up, and she just willingly lets you put her hands behind her back as you tie them together with the rope.
I instinctively don't trust it, but I take advantage of it. So I'll go ahead and I'll tie it as tight as I can and turn her over. I don't know if you have a piece embedded in your skin. I will strip you down naked later. I don't care. I don't know if you've ingested it. I don't know what is going on, but you are becoming a danger to us. I don't know what your fascination is with red lyrium, and I thought you learned your lesson. But since you forgot what happened, let me educate you. You are dangerous if you touch, ingest, lick, whatever you do with this. If you're even in the vicinity of it, you will go insane and kill us all.
I'm pretty sure I just used it to save you.
Because you are on a weird high. No. You are becoming obsessed with it. Do you know what happens when you become obsessed with red lyrium? You turn into a monster. And I'm not talking about just Like, oh, you become a mad scientist. No, you become a monster.
You saw what it allowed me to do for Magnus. How
Oh,
can
yeah,
you
no.
turn away from that?
Oh, no, it's wonderful for now. Yeah, no, it's all sunshine and rainbows right now. Oh, yes. But now you can't resist, can you? You have to touch. That's the monster stirring inside.
You speak as though you don't believe I can control it.
You can't!
I just did, didn't I?
How many times did I tell you to not touch the lyrium in this battle? I asked nicely, and you still couldn't resist. You went near it, you were fascinated with it. When you got called over to heal Magnus, you just couldn't resist. You
Well, the
cannot
battle was
resist.
over at that point, and we needed all the help we could get.
First of all, you have healing spells. Oh, by the way, you see that crystal over there? That blue crystal?
I am aware of what
What's
lyrium
that
is.
blue crystal? What is that? I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it.
Yes, it is a weaker form of the red lyrium.
No, it is
Just your
not
basic.
because it's raw. Is it still dangerous to use? Yeah. Is it less dangerous than red lyrium? Yeah.
With that, I never would have been able to do what I just did.
Okay. I have healing potions. So thanks. You're fine.
Is that it then? Are you done scolding me?
I'm done scolding you for now, but am I done? No. And I start dragging her away.
As soon as you start to try to drag me away, that's when I'm going to utilize those lances. But I'm not going to throw them at Valentha because my hands are behind my back, tied up with, I assume, just like regular rope.
Yeah.
I want to try to use whatever power remains inside of me from the red lyrium to kind of overcharge those lances the same way that I did with that first one when we all ended up fighting each other. But overcharge the both of them in my hands so that they kind of burst in place and hopefully weaken or destroy the ropes around my hands.
And while this entire argument has been going on, and now my camera is completely too high. I fucking hate cameras sometimes, you know that? Logitech, what the hell is going on? It's probably not Logitech, it's probably just that I copied the cameras from last night and Zoom is being wonky. But while that argument was going on, Magnus, you noticed that red lyrium started to slowly but surely like rise up out of the ground and begin to spread out, and the blue lyrium that that Valentha had mentioned had turned red right before your eyes. And as Thea begins to focus her power on the lances to cut her bindings, all the lyrium around you begins to glow. And it gives off this low-pitched humming noise as the go ahead and make the arcane lance rolls. All right, so that definitely beats the target as the lances shoot off and free Valentha from not Valentha but Astia from her bindings. A soft heat begins to flow off of these stones. Valentha, you can not Astia, you can hear these stones begin to like almost sing to you in a gospel like chorus.
Once the bindings are free, can I kind of spin myself away from Valentha and get to my feet?
Yes, but I need a will check from you.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you're fine. So you're able to spin yourself away from Volantha, and you're able to get up on your feet again. The stone showing no signs of dimming from the light inside of them. The chorus still ringing in your ears, and the heat just glowing or growing ever so slowly.
I whistle for Saran and motion my head to run out this way.
Okay.
Magnus, I think we should go.
I would have to agree.
I don't give a shit if she comes with us. But we're getting out of here. Enjoy your precious stones. I don't care anymore. And I run out.
So since I made that willpower save, and I assume I still have control of my own mind for the most part, can I determine whether or not the glow from the red lyrium is anything at all like the glow that we saw from the lyrium trap at the bathhouse before it imploded?
Go ahead. You give me an arcane knowledge roll. It's almost identical, except for this glow is red, while the other one was like a blinding whitish blue color. The lyrium around you has somehow become supercharged.
Is it similar enough that I would be worried about it, despite the calming chorus going on in my head?
Seeing as how you made the willpower check, it is a little bit of alarming because it's supercharged, meaning it's even more volatile than it normally is.
Okay. I want to do a quick check in my pocket, just kind of like reaching my hand down and spreading my pocket open so I can look into it and see if the shards in my pocket are glowing in the same way.
They are not.
They're not? Okay.
But you can see that like as you're standing there and you're thinking, more and more stones are starting to like form around you and Darinius.
I think it's worrisome enough that even though I want all of it, me and my pup will run off.
Okay. So are you heading out of the cave?
I am.
Yes.
If I'm seeing it grow, I'm thinking we're just going to get ourselves into bigger trouble if there's more deeper down. That's Volantha's mentality.
Yeah, so as you begin to run through the cave, the ground underneath you begins to shake as you see multiple formations of red lyrium just exploding out from like the cavern walls and up through the ground. There are times when you have to like not hit your microphone. There are times when you have to like dodge out of the way as one shoots up in front of you. Like the makeshift cave itself doesn't seem like it's going to be able to hold its form anymore. And you're able to run out of the cave, get clear and safe of it, as a sheet of red lyrium almost just like covers the entrance as the area around you begins to like shake in a violent earthquake.
Yep, that's a red flag.
And then you begin to hear a loud rumbling as these jagged formations begin to poke up out of the hillside and begin to continuously grow as this large formation of red lyrium, these jagged spikes and edges and just glowing in its red aura, begins to grow up out of the ground into what looks to be a 40-foot spire.
Magnus, are you good to run?
The fact that I would have started sprinting the moment we got out of the cave, I turned my head around and go, I'm not stopping.
Already on it.
Although just not not to make him feel bad, she's staying behind
Sure.
a little bit because she can very easily outrun him. So she's gonna be like, okay, good, and then catch up and
I'm sprinting as a
Run.
dwarf.
yeah, I know.
Um,
If I sprint, I'm leaving you apparently with my speed. So I'm just like, okay, no, that's cool, fine.
what are the chances I grabbed my bag off the ground before running out of there?
You know, that's a good question.
Assuming that Valentha just tossed it on the ground when she didn't find what she was looking for.
You know, yeah, actually, I would have dropped it in a rage. So yeah, no, I would have dropped it, especially if I didn't find the mask. So yeah.
You know what? Let's do a self-discipline roll,
Ooh,
which
okay.
is willpower.
What's that?
I have decent willpower.
Yeah, you with a 15, you not a 15, with a 13, you definitely like you begin to run and you remember that the your backpack or your pack is on the ground, so you turn and grab it before running out.
I mean, it wouldn't have been a huge loss if I didn't. I'd be out like 6 candles in a water skin, but it's my bag.
Don't put that thing on that icon. And we're going in the direction of the trail, of course, catching up with the caravan.
I spell that correctly?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What are you trying to
label
do?
it as Nope Spire?
I'm trying to spell spire.
S-P-I-R-E.
S-P-I-R-E.
I-R-E.
Unless you want to get like really medievally and do a Y instead of an I. But even then, I'm pretty sure that's not how it's spelled.
Just add Y's. It's fine.
Y's and sometimes an extra E at the end.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Sometimes with a little accent on the end of the E. Yeah.
All right. So there is now a red lyrium spire jutting out from the ground,
That'd be lovely.
a couple days away from Lothering.
That'll be fun for someone else.
And now we see every mage.
Not our problem anymore.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. So yeah, we're running catch up to the caravan.
All right. And you begin to travel forward, but you notice that the caravan isn't there anymore.
Well, we sent them ahead.
You sent them ahead, correct?
Oh, okay. Instinctively go straight into tracking mode and try to find the wheels and everything if they went off the trail.
All right. You can go ahead and give me I believe it's a cunning roll, isn't it?
Maybe?
Communications, constitution, cunning, dexterity, maybe? Let's see.
I really need to print out these pages.
Tracking, perception.
I'll take that though.
All right, so you're able to pick up the trail, and it seems that about 15-20 minutes ago, the caravan took off in a hurry.
So they're still on the road. They're just much further ahead.
Yes, like from the digs in the ground for where you're at right now, it looks like they just began to hightail it, like whipping the horses into full gear.
Can I look around to see what may have caused the panic?
Yeah.
Just search the perimeter really quickly.
It's a little bit behind. It's a little bit behind you, and it's about 40 feet tall, full of red lyrium.
Oh, it took us that long for us to catch up with them?
Because they were an hour up the road.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Okay. All right. Well, I think our little endeavor spooked them, so we have a bit more to travel. Are you guys doing okay? Do we need to take a quick 5, or are you okay to keep going?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right, let's keep going.
They stayed on the road then, did they?
I ignore you completely.
I look at Magnus.
Rude.
Magnus is still running.
Why am I the bad guy?
I mean, I'm keeping pace. Magnus isn't exactly quick. I'm just saying.
That's true.
SD is just walking next to him like at a brisk
Well,
pace.
they didn't take off through the forest with the carts. Point to
I
the
don't know how
densely
common
wooded
folk
area
travel.
around us.
I'm going to keep a very keen eye out on the road as we push forward, trying
Okay.
to spot the caravan just anywhere on the horizon.
Okay. All of you can go ahead and give me seeing checks if you're doing that.
Who am I?
Seeing is off of.
I'm really, really good at like 2 things and bad at everything else.
All
Oh,
right,
snap.
so both Magnus and Valenta, you guys can see what you can only assume is the back cart and the wagon train off in the distance, like almost breaking the horizon. But if you keep the same pace you're going at now, you can still keep that last wagon in sight.
Okay.
And I think with that, we're going to go ahead and take our first break for the night because it is about like 6 minutes after 7:30.
This mage, man, it's gonna give me a heart attack.
Yeah, seriously. So let's go ahead and take our first break for the night, guys. We will be right back in about 5 minutes. We just need to get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, all that fun stuff. And we are back.
Hello.
Hi.
Got to really make sure not to kick this table.
If you suddenly shrink by a couple inches, we'll know why.
I mean, like the camera just cuts out?
Yeah, just straight down.
Oh no, like the desk doesn't shrink, or the desk doesn't like fall down. It's locked in place unless I press the buttons, then it's lifted up with hydraulics. So it's
Oh, well, that's much safer.
oh yeah. Yeah, I don't need a desk that's gonna come crashing down on me if I lose power.
No power.
It's like, oh, Southern California. Oh yeah, we have this thing called brownouts. I'm just crushed by my desk. Oh god, those are gonna be starting up soon because it's summer. That's always fun. So, you guys pursue the caravan for the remainder of the day, and you're able to catch up to them a little past nightfall once they have stopped and they've made camp. And you can see that they've circled the wagons a little bit tighter, and they've got multiple people around the perimeter holding any sort of weaponry that they can get their hands on. You can see that a couple of them actually do have swords. Some of them have bows and arrows, but others have taken to using to arming themselves with shovels and pitchforks.
All right.
Peasants.
Everything's fine now, I think. Where is Mason?
No, what? Oh, three of you are still alive. When that red rock jutted out of the ground, we thought the worst, and well, sorry we left you behind.
No, I understand the whole flight or fight instincts. I don't blame you.
Not many of us can fight a giant red spire that comes out of the ground.
Right. Well, nor should you be near it. That's red lyrium.
Oh,
Let's just say we found a nice.
Not the word.
Well, I don't want them to go near it.
They're not going to go near it. They're terrified of it, but I don't need to be announcing to everyone that there's a giant spire of red lyrium around it.
Well, the good news is we're going away from it. They should be happy about that.
Be happier if it was destroyed.
Oh, trust me. You and me both.
That would leave a large crater.
Especially since a lot of it's underground, I'm sure, but...
Don't give me ideas, Raven.
It's fine. Let's just... What time of day is it right now?
It's night. It's well past night.
Oh, right. So... I believe we're far enough away from it for now. Let's just set up camp. It's been a day.
I've got people watching it. As he points out, and when you turn around, you look at it. The spire is like illuminating the sky around it to where it's almost like a lit up skyscraper in the dead of night. You can see it for like miles on end.
'Cause that's great.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Is it like the time of night where everyone's just like settling down to have dinner and relax?
It's past that. It's past that. It's like everybody's. It's past that. It's like everybody is winding down to go to bed.
Okay.
yep. Well, I'll keep first watch, I suppose. Stay up and see what's going on.
You don't need to do any watches tonight. We got that. You get some rest after the day you had. I need my best guards up and ready to go in the morning.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, it's fine. We're gonna be staring at the red rock all night.
And hopefully anything else that tries to creep up on us.
Well, I wouldn't really worry about that. Anything that could be scared has been scared, and anything
It's
that
what hasn't been scared.
oh, that's what I'm saying. Anything that hasn't been scared is going to be going towards that.
Or coming from it.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Before everyone kind of like turns in for the night, I would like to see if I can track down God, what's his name? The jerk that wouldn't pay us for the bears, the tavern guy.
The Canary
Canary?
the Canary barkeep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah, you see him still like stoking the campfire in the center of the wagon circle.
I'm gonna go stand awkwardly next to him until he like addresses me.
You gonna say anything, or are you just gonna invade my personal bubble?
I was just waiting until you're done doing that.
You mean keeping the fire going?
Yes, sure, whatever. Did you bring any of your stores with you? Your grog or whatever you
What?
people call it?
I call it alcohol, or
Yes,
ale,
sure.
or mead, or wine, depending on what you want. And yes, I did. Why? You need a drink.
Well, I think we all do. My traveling companions and I had a bit of a disagreement. I would like to show them that I'm perhaps not as bad as they think I am. It's a bit late for it now, but if I paid you the cost of the supplies, would you perhaps be able to put together a little a gathering of the whole caravan, everyone, adults, children alike, and have drink and merry times waiting for them tomorrow night?
Robin, thank you for the follow. Tomorrow night, little gathering, you said?
Yes, after dinner, let's say.
Mm. Oh, we can do that.
Include everyone, children as well. They shouldn't be left out of the merriment.
All right, if you say so. You don't need to pay me anything anyway. You guys, you and your friends are making sure that we get to dinner. So I guess it's the least I can do out of appreciation.
And if we could just keep this between you and me, I'd like it to be a surprise.
Sure, why not?
Fantastic. Well, I'll be calling it a night then. She kind of wanders off.
What are Magnus and Alanta doing?
I was following Asthea stealthily.
All right, so if that is the case, I'm going to need a stealth check from you to see if you're able to maintain secrecy and not have Asthea notice you.
Okay, is that cunning?
I believe it is cunning. Let me see. Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Got stunned out of it.
You got a stun out
Is
of
that
it,
going to be
but it's a failure.
contested roll or?
No, she makes herself known a couple times. Like she thinks she's hiding in a group of people, but you could like make her out of the crowd. And there are like you can hear her like trying to sneak through the shadows behind you. And at one point she tries to duck underneath one of the wagons. She ends up smacking her head on the the bottom part of it, and she lets out like an elven swear word as she crawls underneath it. So you know she's been tailing you this whole time.
I think she's hurting herself there, so I'll just let her believe that she's staying hidden.
Okay. So you let her overhear the conversation that you and the Kunari had?
Yep.
Okay. So once she retires for the night, Valantha, what are you doing?
I am choosing to sleep, not really sleep, lean up against the wagon that Esthea is sleeping in
Okay.
and rest there.
All right.
But I don't rest right away. I wait probably a couple hours before I actually fall asleep.
Alrighty. And what of Magnus?
It has been a long day. Would have there been any food or anything that had been prepared?
Oh yes, there's still some of the stew left over from the camp dinner.
Okay. Then I would have promptly grabbed a bowl of that and actually gone and sat with my back against one of the wagons looking out towards Spire.
Alrighty. Are you doing anything in particular, or are you just watching it for the night?
I'm watching it in basically the entire 180 degrees in that general direction.
Okay.
Just because if there's red lyrium, there could be all sorts of horrible things.
Go ahead and give me a seeing roll. Oh yeah, that will make it. It's not really that hard to see. So later on in the evening, approaching near midnight, you almost begin to like doze off, like just staring at the spire, nothing happening. The combination of fatigue and boredom slowly starting to overtake you, and right as your eyes like begin to shut, somebody lets out a startled gasp as there is a roar that echoes across the countryside. As your eyes jut open, you can see this dragon sitting atop the spire.
Oh, that's not good.
And it leans its head back and just fires a jut of this bright blue flame up into the air.
So I'm waiting for Valentha to come screaming around the corner at this point.
And as the flame goes up in the air, it illuminates some of the surrounding area as well. And just for a brief moment, you can make out what looks to be like a front line of Darkspawn.
How far away is that?
From where you are now, it took you in the middle of the day moving at a running speed to catch up with this wagon. So you probably traveled for probably a good 3 or 4 hours. So from where you're at, it's anywhere from 3 to 5 hours depending on the walking or running speed of a creature.
Okay. I promptly stand up. The cart I'm leaning against, is there actually people sleeping in it?
Not anymore. Like everybody is out of the everybody gets out of their cart and everything. They look at the dragon, and you can literally feel the panic begin to rise off of everybody as everybody starts to like quickly run into the camp and just haphazardly throw things into their wagons, getting them suited up, getting the horses reined up, trying to get ready to get out. or get
Okay,
away from.
then I don't have to raise an alarm for that.
Oh no, the alarm was raised when that dragon let out that roar.
I'm gonna find Valentha and quickly.
All right.
I just want to point out that the second you said that you see a line of like the horde coming on the horizon, all of a sudden thunder just boomed in the distance and a child screamed. I was like, it's
Timing.
like it's happening to me. It was perfect. The timing was beautiful. Yeah, I'm probably up, probably trying to find Mason, going like, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Astia,
Hit me.
I need a willpower check from you.
Oh dear.
6, 8, 10. So you're in a deep, deep slumber. And then you hear a whisper in your ears that just says, "Be my eyes and ears." And then you're rocked awake as the sound of the dragon's roar carries across the landside.
Do I have any sense whatsoever of what or who whispered that in my ear?
At the moment, no. Due to the dragon roar and that little vague message, you're a little confused.
Okay.
But you can also see that you are completely drenched in sweat. Like, it's gotten to the point to where your clothes are sticking to your body, and it's even like run off onto the bed itself. And your skin is paler than normal.
That's saying something, because she's pretty pale. I think she's gonna like burst out the back of the wagon that she was sleeping in, just still in that drenched nightwear, which is essentially just her normal clothes, but sans all the other layers. And she's gonna look around in a bit of a panic and a huff, and then catch sight of the dragon, and she's just gonna stand there, clutching that amulet and staring at the dragon.
And like, as soon as your hand like closes around the amulet, you could feel it burning.
Burning in a it's hurting me type of way, or burning in some sort of
that little warning burn that you get when you first touch a hot cup of coffee. Like, yeah, you maybe should let it, sit for a second. That sort of burn.
Okay, so her hand will pull off of it, but then she's going to, holding it comforts her for some reason. So she's going to kind of grip the string or chain that it's on, and just kind of hold it in the air with her fingers wrapped around it, but not touching it. And still mostly focused on the dragon, but glancing around every so often looking for Magnus or Valentha to see what they're up to.
And when you burst out of the back of the cart and everything, and you're looking at the dragon, you're holding the necklace, Magnus, that's when you begin to approach the cart, where you see Valentha jump up to her feet, and she begins to look around. She heads towards Mason's cart, and you could see Astia there staring at the dragon, lost in thought, holding the medallion around her neck, and just completely drenched from head to toe in sweat. You're muted.
That expression on your face was wonderful.
There was a resisting an urge there as I run by.
This bitch.
No, I need to find Valentha immediately. So the moment I see her head towards Mason's cart, that's exactly where I'm going.
All right, now Astia, you see Magnus make like the slightest sort of eye contact with you before he hurries past you towards Mason's cart.
Does this system have any sort of like insight check type of thing?
Yes, it's empathy.
empathy,
Which is
and that falls
perception.
under perception. Okay. In that brief amount of eye contact, I want to see if I can get any sort of gauge whatsoever on what he's thinking in that moment, or what he's feeling.
Okay. What is he feeling right now?
You could tell it was readily apparent. The first thought that had crossed my mind when I saw you sticking up your head out the back of the cart was to knock you unconscious and throw you back in.
Come on,
I mean, I
man.
know I should expect that, but ouch.
So a bit of hostility towards you.
You could tell it was that moment of, do I just knock her unconscious now and save myself a headache, as I was running by.
Okay, so knowing that's what you guys think of me, I'm going
What
to,
you've probably seen on many faces before, so
I'm going to follow Magnus, not like sneakily or anything. I'm just gonna follow him, see where he's going, and join in whatever conversation he's about to have.
Okay. So the three of you almost like arrive one after another at Magnus's tent, and you could see that he's already got the horses saddled and everything as Valetta approaches, and he looks at her and he looks at the other two of you as you approach. Is like, we ain't got no time for talking. Get on the cart. We're getting out.
Oh, good. You just took the words right out of my mouth.
I ain't standing around no dragon.
I don't think any of us does. So I just wanted to make sure that how close we were to getting out of here.
Now.
Okay.
And it's like, I have to ask, are you climbing onto the wagon?
is Blunt already in the wagon?
I was not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hop on the side of it. So I'm not technically on the wagon. I'm kind of like hanging on it and using my, like the side for my feet because I want to stare behind us and keep an eye out, not only on the rest of the caravan, but to keep an eye on that dragon in case it comes this way.
Okay. What about Magnus?
Do I notice Thea coming up behind me?
Oh, you could hear her.
Good. We're going to continue Thea's momentum into the back of the cart.
I think I should go back to the cart I was sleeping in.
Nope.
Look at me. I'm nearly naked. I'm useless like this. Let me go get dressed.
No time for that.
Well, I'm not going to stop the other cart from moving. I'll hop in it and get dressed in it while it's moving.
You're pretty useless already. Get in the cart.
I got dresses in the cart. Just use one of those.
Not wearing that gaudy dresses. Oh.
And as he looks down Magnus, would you?
Can I make an attempt to hoist her into the back?
Yes, you can.
Reverse dwarven tossing?
Yes. The
Oh my
most
God.
unceremonious throwing of a blood mage. Would you like a strength on that?
That is a strength, yes.
Oh, glorious.
Estia, did you want to try to make that a contest?
I mean, there's really no point. I'll do it for shits and giggles, but
Yeah, so Magnus, without even another word, turns towards you, grabs you like by the arm, and puts you into like a fireman's carry, and just like walks towards the door, like opens it with his foot and just throws you into the inside of into the cart, and you like you land on like one of the little side couches inside of it.
and she just lets out an entirely helpless little yelp as she makes contact with the bench or whatever. She wasn't really expecting that.
In all this, did I notice if she had her gauntlets on her? Because I know those are kind of important at this point.
She's wearing nothing but like the underlayer of the clothes that she usually wears. It's just that and the amulet. That's all she's wearing. all her equipment, her clothes, and everything is back in the cart she was sleeping in.
Okay. Well, I promptly slam the door behind you, and hop on the back. Valenta, she will need her gloves, though, that were in the other cart. She
Why?
can't do anything without them.
And like as you're talking, you hear the smack of the reins as the cart just kicks in the full gear, and one by one you can see the carts begin to like pull up next to one another and just go like free riding across the road at full speed, trying to put as much distance between that lyrium spire and the dragon and the wagon carts.
So Valentha is hanging off the side of this cart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm like leaning
Can-
out, hanging on.
can I see where she's positioned through any like windows that are on the side of the cart?
Give me a seeing check.
Let's do that.
Not with a 10. All the windows that are on this cart are that obnoxious Orlesian stained glass.
Do any of them open?
You see that there are like a couple small little portholes near the top part of the walls that open up a little bit.
Okay, so I'm just gonna choose one at random and open it up and stick my head out and just kind of yell into the emptiness of the night. Unless there's a wand hiding in here somewhere, I'm entirely useless to the lot of you.
I already said you already are. And I keep looking.
Well, then if any trouble arises, I'm sure you'll be fine to take care of it on your own.
We will.
You hear Mason up at the front go, look, if any trouble arises and our carts get stopped, feel free to make a beeline back to your cart to get your gauntlets. We're not stopping now.
Okay, well, that's fine. So if we run into trouble, just ask them politely to hold on for 10 minutes or so while I go get dressed. It'll be okay.
That's fine.
I roll my
I just
eyes.
close the window and find the most comfortable seat in the cart and sit down.
And it's a bumpy ride the entire way. Like you ride long throughout the night into the early morning, and you only stop when the horses begin to show signs of exhaustion. And it's about midday the next day before the group or before the wagon trains slow down and take a quick stop to be able to water the horses and let them rest up before you start moving again. Along
about an hour.
Along the night, along the travel, you've the wagon train lost one of the wagons.
Oh.
Like completely lost sight of it.
Could it not keep up or something?
Nobody knows. From what they were saying, 1 minute it was there, the next minute it was gone.
Which
Do we know
one
which
was it?
Yeah, this is really important. Which
Yeah,
wagon
one
was
was
it?
it?
Lost.
Let's go ahead and go ahead. Somebody roll me a D8 and I'll tell you.
Oh, Fox, I think this is yours.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to affect you the worst.
Yeah.
2. Oh my. That was the car. That was the cook's cart.
Oh no. Don't tell me we're dumb enough to put all the provisions in there.
They're
Dude.
simpletons. Of course they're dumb enough to put all the provisions in there.
Do humans despise elves?
Fair point. Damn it.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm fine with that.
Okay, so the
It could have been worse.
the second we've been informed that, or noticed, whichever comes first, that the cart is gone, going forward, every time we take stops, quick breaks, Valantha is going to go hunting. And she's going to ask Magnus and the hounds to come with her so they can carry a decent amount of weight back.
And while you're
all of this, I would have mentioned to Valenta if she hadn't already noticed that there was an entire front line worth of Darkspawn.
Oh no, you were the only one who saw that.
Oh, no. Valenta will know that now.
You're telling me that that dragon may have been the archdemon.
I think may have is an understatement.
I thought we were much further ahead than this. I thought we had
Not
at least
now.
a couple days gained. Well, if it's anything like the previous blights, maybe they'll slow down at some point or veer off, but we can't
They
take that
seemed
chance.
almost like they were following us.
They might be. You know how what triggered this, part of the reason why this was triggered was because of that necklace she picked up.
The
Do
one
you
she
think that may
was-
be a beacon?
the one she was clutching when she came out of the back of the cart last night?
If that's what she was wearing, then yes. I haven't seen her take it off. She's quite fond of it. I think it's a beacon.
Or worse.
So, as much as I would like to suggest let's get rid of her, let's just get rid of the necklace. Just smash it to pieces.
Did you ever tell Magnus about the entire story behind why we had to get Asthea out way back?
The only thing she mentioned was that she made a snarky comment saying like she started this, she's going to help us finish it, since we think she started it because of the necklace.
Okay.
Because we're technically not aware of the blood sacrifice. We just know of the necklace glowing when the blight started.
We shouldn't need the necklace to stop this, should we?
I don't think so.
What if we just lock it in a box?
And what, bury it somewhere around here?
No.
Are you thinking the box will shield it somehow?
I need the equivalent of an intelligence roll here.
An intelligence roll.
Cunning?
What are you trying to make with an intelligence roll?
Or
Or what do you, I should say?
a
What are you trying to
combination
achieve?
between knowledge of being a dwarf and what the blacksmith is capable of.
Historical lore, cunning.
Cunning?
Mm-hmm. 5, 9, 10, 11. What the blacksmith here is capable of, or what a dwarven?
Yes. Because he made the mask, and we know he made the mask.
Given that you're a dwarf, and that mask did have some sort of magical sealing properties, it would have to probably run off of lyrium. So this blacksmith at least has knowledge of how to safely handle lyrium and craft magical goods.
Valenta, the smith made the mask which can seal magic. I wonder if he could make a box to seal the amulet.
I mean, I don't know much about magic, but I can see that being a very good idea.
Just on the off chance we do need it.
All right.
I mean, as much as I would love to trudge back through these woods when they're filled with darkspawn to the brim, I'd rather not.
Right. No, that's a really good idea. Well, I mean, we're only on a short break right now, so I suppose now would be a good time to ask him. Otherwise, unless you just want to hang out there in the cart the whole time talking to him.
The moment you suggest that, I promptly open up the door to let Astia out because I've pretty much been attached to the door.
Okay. I was waiting for that conversation to end so I can ask Rojan, can I hear that conversation from inside that cart since they were having it right outside of it?
Are you guys trying to hide the conversation at all?
Actually, yes, because I feel like the whole thing with the necklace and either her or us potentially starting the blight, yeah, I'm not letting people know about it.
Yeah, that's not a conversation that we're screaming.
I am going to need communication focuses from the two of you. If you have deception, you can use deception.
I can give you a communication, though.
3, 6, 8, 10, 4, 7, 10, 12. You can make out what Volantha's saying in every like fourth word that Magnus says.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was being slightly cryptic. Okay. I'm not semi-happy with this.
As soon as they start talking about the necklace, since it's them and they have assaulted me many times in the past, I'm going to put up my armor, my rock armor, just in case.
Can you put up the rock armor without your bracers?
Yes, the only thing that I need the wand in my gauntlets for is for Arcane Lance. Okay. Without a wand or a staff, I cannot cast Arcane Lance.
I gotcha.
Yeah, mages don't need their staffs or wands to cast magic. Technically, it acts as a more powerful focus.
That hits that target number, so my rock armor is up.
Okay.
And now I'm going to DM you something on Discord.
Oh, this should be fun.
Secret, I've got a secret.
It's not that show.
Considering the fact that she only caught every like fourth word, I mean, Astia might think we were going to lock her in a box.
All right, so we're gonna
past you guys.
We're gonna pull a Tickles and put her in a box.
It worked on Tuesday, can work on Wednesday.
It'd be a really big box.
All right, so do you want to go talk? And
yes,
I guess I want to say I want to go hunting, but then it would leave her here. But we need food, so I'll take Saran with me. You go talk to the blacksmith, and I should be back well before we move forward. Or I could track you either way.
Just make it back before we leave.
All right. Now I'll whistle for Saran and take out my bow and start looking for some food.
Okay. So, Astia, when the door is opened up for you, what do you do?
Mind, there is still a dwarf in front of the doorway.
Yeah. If in my perception of that conversation, I can hear it coming to an end, I will kind of sit myself somewhere near the door and just pick up any random book that's in the area and pretend like I'm reading it and waiting for the door to open.
Is the book right side up?
Roll me a deception roll. Or give me a deception check on that one.
That is cunning? Communication?
Communication.
Okay.
What'd you get? Oh yeah, it's right side up. It's even a book that Astia would probably be interested in. As it's a book on the fashion trends of the last 12 years in I almost said Tharia.
Orlais?
Wrong
No,
one. Wrong
Not
one.
quite the right
Weldon?
place.
No, Blood Mage.
Orlais?
Land.
Oh,
Blood-
to Vinter.
To
To
Vinter.
Vinter.
Yeah, it's the last 12 years of fashion trends into Vinter.
Blood Mage Land. I love it.
So she opens the book
Look,
and,
I'm
and
tired,
pretends
okay?
to read it until she sees what the actual subject is. Then she actually does start reading it, completely forgetting about the door.
Oh my.
At least you made the deception roll. That could have been hilarious.
I didn't know you liked Tusk Glove.
We don't need Dragon Age smut books.
That's what Dragon Age fanfic is for. Anyways.
50 Shades of Grey Warden, man. Come on.
No.
Anyway.
The moment I open the door and notice that you're still reading, I'll shut the door again and hop down.
I think the door closing is gonna snap me out of reading the book. Close it gingerly and kind of tuck it under my arm. I'm keeping this book, and I'm gonna
Appropriate.
push on the door to see if it was locked in the process of it being closed.
Nope, there is no lock on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it up and kind of poke my head out and look around, see if my my captors are in sight anywhere.
It's just funny because I'm just hanging out on the side. It's not like we actually locked you in.
No, I just threw you in and shut the door so you didn't fall out.
We were also guarding the door, so you know.
But
Well,
not
actually,
locked.
Across a dwarf that can throw me around.
Never
To be
trust
fair, I
a
was
dwarf that
just
can toss
holding
you.
on because it was convenient and it already started moving. And you don't want to see a dwarf try to sprint up to keep up to a caravan.
It's true. So if Magnus is no longer at the door, then I will hop out and go towards the cart that has all my clothing and stuff in it, so I can finally get dressed.
Okay. So if nobody's stopping her, you can do that.
I'm gone, technically.
Yep.
But I also have the mentality of like, oh no, if she runs away. Oh no. But I'm not there.
All right, so you're able to get back to your cart and get dressed and assemble your gear. Valantha,
Yes.
I'm gonna need some rolls from you.
Okay.
Pull up what I need. All right, so you're hunting, right?
I am.
Okay. What can I use for hunting here?
I think we've been using seeing or tracking.
Tracking would be a
I
good
don't remember
one.
which one it was.
Tracking would be a good one.
That's cunning? Or is that perception?
That is perception. $13. Okay. So you're able to, can you give me a D6 roll as well?
Okay.
Okay. So you, out on your hunt with Sauron, you come across a stray deer
Okay.
feeding off of some of the grass on the grassland.
All right. I'm going to shoot it in the neck.
Go ahead and make that attack.
I'm going to breathe out slowly and take aim. Which is a +2 on top of this. Because I don't know how to work this yet.
Nice. So your arrow finds home and hits it dead in the neck. Just like almost dropping it instantly.
Yeah. And just looking around, just making sure, because I don't want to like run up to it and spook off anything else I could potentially get. I'm just going to quietly approach it and gather my arrow and start to drag it by the horns with the help of Strong, kind of pushing it behind.
Okay. And when you get to the deer, you begin to hear a low growl coming from Saran as he's looking around.
I instantly notch my bow and listen. Maybe look in the direction he's looking if he's looking anywhere specific.
It looks like he's caught scent of something, and he's just like, he's lowered down for a moment, and then he turns and he's looking at like an outline in a tall shape of grass at the moment.
I slowly get as low as he is. Bow still out, arrow notched, and I try to see what he sees.
Give me a second.
Take my deer. It's my food.
So as you begin to like, you notch your arrow and you begin to walk towards the overgrown grass, you begin to see what looks to be discarded, like just discarded clothing and papers, and what looks to be butcher's paper around there, and you hear groans of frustration almost as there's a slam, as if something is hitting a small chest.
Saran, don't make yourself known. Jeez. Sorry, thunder's rolling right now.
Yeah.
My dog doesn't bark. I'm going to try to slowly approach the sound.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say there were papers sprung out everywhere?
Yeah, there's like small like papers strewn about, and then you see butcher's paper. Butcher's paper is what they use to wrap meat in.
Oh, right. I was like the cook we never caught his name. Was his name Butcher? Got it. Okay. Okay. So if there's not that I'd probably 100% trust it, but if there's nothing in it, I'm just going to keep going towards the sound.
All right. And as you creep up on it, you get around the other side of the grass. You can see like a pair of horns, like kind of poking up out of the overgrowth. And as you get closer and closer, you notice that it's a kunari hunched over a chest, like just throwing useless pages or useless papers out, almost if they're looking for something specific. And that is where we are going to have to end for this week. Gonna have to call it a little bit early, guys. My mind is absolutely fried right now, so I thought we'd leave it with Valantha coming up on the new party member that will be joining us next week when Shadow Fox debuts his Kunari Rogue.
I was gonna say I shoot him in the back of the head.
You can't kill your husband's character before he even starts playing.
Well, it's not going to be the first time.
I don't know if that instills confidence or I'm just getting ready for the more fire to be poured on the gas. Or more. That's how fried I am. More fire to be poured on the gas. That's another one you guys can add to the jumbled words.
I like it. I like it a lot.
God. I'm a professional streamer, by the way. Not a professional talker.
Oh, I love it.
More fire, pouring more fire on the gas.
Yep. I like it.
That's exactly how that all works.
Apparently, that's exactly how it all works.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I'm sorry that we have to call it early tonight, but as you can see, my brain is completely fried. I need to just relax and everything and probably get to bed at a decent time tonight. So I'm going to be a responsible adult for once. I know.
What?
I know, right?
What's that?
I know, right? I can't act like I'm in my early 20s anymore and stay up until 10 in the morning and then go pull a full 8-hour shift
with only 2 hours of sleep, maybe.
Oh God!
Well,
don't remind me of that.
I normally run on 4. I normally run on 4 hours of sleep. It's just last night I didn't get sleep because it was just one of those nights where sleep did not come. So I'm beat. But again, guys, thank you for tuning in for our stream, even though it was a little short one tonight. If this is your first time here and you enjoyed what you saw, this is not the only show that we have, so consider hitting that follow button. We currently have 4 shows a week. Every Monday we've got our brand new Ravenloft game. Yeah, that is it. Our brand new Ravenloft game that Impious is DMing with a brand new cast of people, which is absolutely glorious. On Tuesday nights, you have Gibbering Mouthers, which is a 5th edition D&D homebrew game that I DM and Fox and Zorro play in. And we use the core rulebooks and the books from Cobalt Press. On Wednesday nights, you have us here on Blood and Gray, which is our Dragon Age game. And then on Sundays, we have our Dragon Heist game of, I almost said Always Sunny in Philadelphia because that's what I refer to it as, Waist High and Waterdeep.
Yeah. Which
is pretty much just the D&D version of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But stick with us, guys. We are going to go on a raid, but before we do, HP Fox, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am HB Fox, and I'm an innocent mage on the internet every Wednesday. I am also here on Sundays and Tuesdays. Aside from spending as much time on this channel as I possibly can, I work with the Hunter Wild on everything that we do. Oh, my earphone just fell out, so I can only hear half of you guys now. Yeah, that just interrupted my whole flow there. So that's me. I mean, it's pretty fitting. So, you know.
Yep.
Ravenslark, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am Ravenslark. I am a variety caster on Twitch. Eventually I will be back on my channel 4 days a week, and then I'm here Wednesdays with these lovely people. Basically crowling a blood mage. But we'll give it back to streaming eventually. I'm in the process of redoing my stream room again because it's been 6 months and that's what I do apparently.
Why do I have a feeling that sooner or later you guys are just gonna put SD on one of those baby leashes?
I mean, it may happen after next session because I had something pretty significant planned that I was going to do that I did the setup for. With
I know exactly what you're going to do.
And
I know.
You guys did a thing that made what I'm going to do so much better, and I'm so excited for it.
I'm not. I know exactly what you're going to do. Exactly what you're going to do.
I don't, and that excites me.
I've been setting this up for like 3 sessions now.
Oh, it's not what I thought then, because it's only been 1 session since. Okay.
Zorro, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am suspicious of the Blood Mage, as I should be. I am Zorro from E3. I am a variety caster, creative streamer on Twitch. I've been on hiatus for a while I've been moving, but I got my PC back. Very excited. I'm going to start my first tester stream this Sunday at like 12:30 Pacific time while we watch E3 conference together. It's a tradition I do every year with my streams, so I'm going to try to get that. Otherwise, I stream a bunch of story heavy based games, RPGs, Dead by Daylight, and anything between Twitch emotes, commissions, characters when I do art streams. I'm here twice a week with these awesome people on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Getting all kinds of shenanigans, murder hoboing, turning into dragons, whatever day of the week it is. It's a brand new, awesome, crazy.
And I am Rojan Quest. You can find me here 3 nights a week, DMing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, as well as playing on Sunday. As well as on my own channel where I stream every Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday playing a variety of games. I swear I don't only play ESO. all the while raising money for Extra Life and the Lawrence Small Children's Center. But like I said, we are going to go on a raid, guys, and we are going to go, let's see who all is up here. We are going to go raid, if I can paste this. Wow, this is how you know I'm out of it. We're going to go raid Daniel the Demon, who is currently playing Final Fantasy 14, and it looks like that he is finally being forced to play a healer. So that should be interesting to watch. But if you guys want to join us on that raid, hit that join button up at the top of the chat. Drop our raid command of Behold a Raid in his chat a couple times. Show him some love, and we will catch you guys on Sunday for more Waste Time Waterdeep. Till then, guys, have a good one. We'll catch you later.